Hello, this video is going to be a recording on using and working with Wireshark. So the first thing I'm going to do is to load it. It's just called Wireshark and I've already installed it ahead of time. Hit enter. And the first thing that will happen is you get this screen. Okay, and to know which network interface card or NIC card that we're going to use, I'm going to come down to the bottom. There's a little icon of a computer. And we'll click on that and then select network and internet settings. This window will pop up and you can open both windows, but I know that the Ethernet card that I'm using is called Ethernet 4. It opens up this window and here I can check that I have an IP address of 192.168.1.180. And this is the physical or MAC media access control address here. It's a group of 6 bytes. Each one is 8 bits. And it was assigned automatically by something called a dynamic host configuration protocol server. So it automatically will issue an IP address. So once I know that, it's called Ethernet 4. I'm going to click on that and you can see there's a bit of a little window here that shows you address activity and its IP address. So I'm going to select that. And the first thing that you're going to notice is that there is some activity. There is time, source, destination, IP, the protocol that's being used. And this is a window that gives you more information about the various frames, so like time and MAC addresses. And for example, down here, this is the source MAC address, this is the destination MAC address. There will even be source port, destination port, and you'll notice that here the first part of the MAC address is actually the manufacturer's name, so this company, and Rockwell over here, and the last 3 digits or groups are the kind of unique number for this particular interface card. Now, this is where I'd stop and restart capturing, but right now it's just capturing. Look down at the bottom here, it's telling you that each packet that's captured is being displayed, so 100%. But there is a box here that's called filtering. And I can filter many different ways, and this is something that you might want to have a look online at some of the different filtering capabilities, but a very simple one is that I could perhaps filter by, say, TCP, and then hit enter. I almost made the same mistake as I did early on. You have to make sure that you write this in lowercase. And I'm going to put this in the box and TCP. And it turns green when it tells you that what you've entered is okay, the syntax is fine. So the other thing you have to do is either hit this button over here or just hit enter before it starts capturing the information. So what it does is now it filters only packets that are TCP based, and actually the CIP and TCP fall into that category. And down here it's starting to show you packets that are being displayed, and it's not the same number anymore. Okay, actually this number will fall down a little bit or go lower in value, but most of the packets in this case are TCP. Let's look for UDP, user datagram protocol. Okay, and there are some. Okay, there are some, and let's see if there's any ICMP. There are not, but what I can do is to look for ICMP, which is the protocol that Ping uses. I'm going to go down to here, type in command. Okay, and I have a command prompt. And here I'm going to ping the IP address of my computer. So ping. Here I'm going to use the address resolution protocol and type in ARP and then hit enter. And now it's just going to search for the ARP protocol. And this is the protocol that sends out a broadcast to the computers to see if it can get its MAC address. And that's why you'll see this represents the MAC address of .180. This is the MAC address of .1.1, and maybe even 30 appears here. Okay, so this goes back and forth, and these are the network cards. This is the broadcasting message. All right, and here I'm filtering by an IP address, which is equal to, so double equal to sign, 192.168.1.193. And that happens to be the IP address of the panel view display at the PLC station. So you see this address comes up once in a while. And I'm just going to capture this in just a second. I've noticed that PC is going to reboot. So what I wanted to do here is follow one of these packets. So you right click and then do follow TCP stream. And one of the things it shows me right away is that it's connected to the panel view +7 standard 700. And I can even find out the IP address of that particular device.